BSc, there are about 34 students now, and I also teach biological sciences. There, they are about 50 for 45. So your mic is muted. No, it's fine.
माइक ठीक करो भाई।
सर ठीक हो गया। Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time for us. It's really nice.
No,
this is a very vibrant, very enthusiastic group of students.
No, I have also got some very enthusiastic officer trainees who I thought they should interact with you. So come. Ajo. Come. 2, 3 here and 2, 3 here. So these are the young officer trainees. So I thought, they should interact with you all so that 2, 3 can come here. So this is Vartika Mathur. She is the assistant professor of zoology and biological sciences at the Venkateshwara College, often called the Venki College, right? That's the name of your college.
Yes, sir.
Put your mask and introduce yourselves. Or let's wait for Shivam Ganesia to join.
Shivam is here, sir. And we also have with us my colleague, Dr. Rajendra Pratyar.
Hello, how do you do, Dr. Rajendra?
Yeah, hello, sir. Very good afternoon.
So we need to see Shivam before we can start. Oh, there is Shivam Ganesia. Okay. Hello,
sir,
Shivam. How do you do? Okay.
Sir, I'm good.
So I'm joined here by 5 young officer trainees of this batch. So let's start the conversation.
So, sir, can we start? Oh,
good morning, sir. Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, my name is Pari Bishnoi, and I'm also from Delhi University, actually. I've done my graduation from IP College, Indraprasth College for Women, from Political Science Honours. And I'm here. I got ranked 30 this year and joined the Indian Administrative Services.
That's nice. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is Ashish Agrawal. I'm from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. My graduation is in mechanical engineering from IIT Kanpur. And I've also worked in Japan as a design engineer for 3 years.
Wow.
So now I'm...
Wow, sir.
Straight from Mount Sinai to here.
This is Dheeraj Singh, and I am from the Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. And by profession, I am a doctor and MBBS and MD radiology. And I have done it from the Banaras Hindu University.
Excellent.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Navneet Sehara, and I have done my BTech from IIT Bombay. And right now, we all are in Indian Administrative Service. We are looking forward to this discussion right now.
Hi.
Thank you, Prasidan. I have done my BTech from IP University, and then while preparation for UPSC, I have done post-graduation in anthropology, and I'm also from Delhi.
Okay.
So, this is the group of the Society for Social Services. So I thought that, they should engage with the younger, with those who are trying to compete for the examinations, because they'll be able to connect better. So this is the background here. So over to you, Shiva.
So, sir, can we start our orientation ceremony, inauguration ceremony right now?
Go ahead, start it.
Okay. So all the power in the universe are already ours. It is we who had put our hand before our eyes and cry that it is dark outside. Reach high for the star that lie hidden in your soul. Dream deep, for every dream lead to a goal. A very warm welcome to all the esteemed guests and attendees for their presence in the August gathering to witness the inaugural ceremony of Exordium, the civil service cell of Sri Venkateshwara College. Dr. Sanjeev Chopra has kindly consented to be our chief guest for evening. Welcome, sir. We are privileged to have you with us. You are a role model for all of us. We are also honored to have among us Dr. Vartika Mathur, our dynamic convener. On the behalf of Team Exordium and Sri Venkateswar College, we welcome you all to official inaugural ceremony of Exordium. Exordium. Exordium has been through a roller coaster ride from past 9 months. It has been very thrilling journey to begin from the scratch to where we are right now. I think it would not be possible for us to be here without the support of college students and university. I would also like to share how this initiative come into existence. We have always feel a need of proper guidance for entrance examination. This need gave rise to an idea which result into the cell. At first, it was difficult to connect with the student as nobody believed that it would be a successful. But gradually, aspirants start joining us, and the small group turned into a very big society. Exodium mean what the Exodium word mean. Basically, Exodium mean to initiate something or to start or of a orator or a poem. As the cell was to start a new approach to idea to how to connect with student and how to give a proper guidance to all the students who are preparing for the same. We need a group of aspirants where we all post NCRT video lecture, newspaper analysis, current affair quizzes, and many more on a regular basis. What we did is easily explained by Dr. Albert Einstein. I never teach my people. I only provide the condition in which they can learn. We also came up with an idea of inspirations. What basically inspirations is, and inspirations was our first series in this Corona lockdown. We interviewed various bureaucrats and we got overwhelming response, which was totally unexpected. मतलब उम्मीद से बढ़कर support मिला हमें. हमने काफी कुछ करा, but what I learned in this period, it was that we cannot do anything we cannot do anything alone. We need a team which should be equally responsible, always there with us, because we human are social animal. I am quite confused to call my team as my team or as a family. It is hard to decide. I feel that it is very special that जहाँ lockdown में लोग दोस्तों को खो रहे थे, I got a family here. A family which is always ready to help each another. And basically what is different from others is कि यहाँ पे लोग एक दूसरे के हिस्से का काम भी करना चाह रहे थे, because what they feel is कि यार अगला इंसान किस mental condition से जा रहा है, and that's why they always try to do other work also. So we got this family. I remember the working days when I had meeting with my family, means with this group Exodium. We always have a serious conversation. After that, we have gossip with each other. And now I would like to share an experience through a video. So Shreyash, can you please play that video?
Please reshare the video with computer audio.
Shreyash, I think कुछ issue आ रहा है.
Yeah. Please reshare the video with computer audio.
Ritika?
Okay, the audio is it coming?
No, while you are sharing the video, there is
Yes,
a...
sir, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll just play it again.
Imagine you're studying before you speak.
I learned that leading a study group isn't just about sharing knowledge about various exams, but also shaping one's personality. By dealing and acknowledging problems, by preaching punctuality, boosting the morale, and meetings packed with brainstorming sessions.
It is very enthralling to be a part of the social media team. It made me a better planner, and I've also realized that the work never sounds like a burden if we take it as a part of our learning process.
Exordium has been curating amazing weekly tests that are very holistic in nature and have actually helped us a lot in analyzing our preparation for the competitive exams.
Reading and researching have always been my things, but Exordium helped me develop a habit to constantly think analyze, and relate to what I read. Sometimes all you need is a push to set your thoughts in motion. Exordium was that push to my thoughts.
Exordium gave me a spiffing opportunity of interviewing IAS Prashant Nair. It was an exuberant session which just did not help the aspirants, but the volunteers as well. To sum up my experience,
Hello. Shresh,
Exordium is a bonanza for all.
Hi guys, Exordium is a society that provides you proper guidance how to crack a civil service exam such as a UPSC and SSC. Not just that, they provide the right guidance for it because we all know to crack these exams we need a proper guidance, not just coaching, a smart way. And Exordium is all about that.
I have been a member of Exordium since past 10 months now. It has helped me in brushing up my graphic designing skills and enhanced my personality by making me a meticulous planner.
Preparing for civil services is an extremely stressful affair, but in Exordium, all fellow aspirants help each other learn and grow. Exordium has immense potential and
of open team of Exordium. So basically मुझे डॉक्यूमेंट टीम में आकर के बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प हुई है. मुझे कहाँ से प्रिपरेशन अपनी स्टार्ट करनी है, कहाँ से क्या कंटेंट चाहिए, मुझे इस सब की काफ़ी अच्छे से और एक टीम वर्क कैपेबिलिटी भी मेरी बड़ी है. So thank you so much, Exordium.
One thing that I've learned from it is that it is really important for us to maintain one book set and not to change it every day. It is better to read one book 10 times rather than reading 10 different books only once. And also to keep up with the routine that we've fixed for ourselves. That will help.
I was fortunate enough to interview Colonel Satyendra Verma for our Inspirations Volume 2 live series and motivation.
I have been the part of Exordium since the beginning of it. Exordium has placed me with a group of people who are equally motivated to achieve their goals, but at the same time, it maintains that we are here to learn collectively.
Exordium has taught me the value of social media in transmitting neutral and quality information. Just like Inspirations, where we talk to eminent personalities about their life journey and learn a lot from them.
Exordium is touching heights with unexpected speed, and with all the skills and experience, it will become one of the best society among the
Public Relations Department, Exordium provided me a platform to share my thoughts, beliefs, and concerns with the diplomats of our nation, and various channels of the cell helped me to embrace the diplomatic behavior and enhance my communication skills.
आपने एक्सपीरियंस देख लिया होगा बच्चों का सबने. देखो इसमें आई नो कि काफी लोगों के चेहरे पे स्माइल नहीं है, मतलब काफी होता है ना, कंफ्यूज इमोशन है उसमें गलती उनकी नहीं है. इट वॉज नॉट देयर फॉल्ट बिकॉज एक ओवर एक्साइटमेंट है संजीव सर को सुनने का, एंड क्योंकि वो हमारे एक तरीके से मोरल है, इतना कुछ उन्होंने करा, मतलब होता है ना कि एक इंसान इतना कुछ करके बैठा है कि मतलब बोलने के लिए वर्ड्स ही नहीं हमारे पास. सो फॉर दैट रीजन जब हम लोग बना रहे थे इस वीडियो को एंड जब सर ने हाँ कर दिया तो हम इतने ज्यादा एक्साइटेड हो चुके थे कि हम वेट ही नहीं कर पा रहे थे, मतलब हम हमारे काम वाइंड अप कर पा रहे थे, नहीं कर पा रहे थे, बट फिर भी हम चाह रहे थे कि यार डेट जल्दी आए क्योंकि संजीव सर को सुनना है. तो इसलिए मैं सोचता हूँ कि मेरे को जो लगता है कि इसमें इनमें से किसी की भी गलती नहीं है अगर थोड़े कंफ्यूज इमोशन दिखे हो तो, बिकॉज वो ओवर एक्साइटमेंट है जो चेहरे पे कुछ ज्यादा ही झलक रहा है, इतने कंफ्यूज इमोशन फेस पे ला रहा है कि किसी का फॉल्ट नहीं है. एंड लास्ट लाइन जो मैं बोलना चाहूंगा, एज यू नो Henry Ford, the owner of Ford industry, say, anyone who stopped learning is old. Anyone who stopped learning is old, whether at the age of 20 or whether at the age of 80. Anyone who keeps learning stay young and strong. The great thing in the life is to stay young instead of getting old, and that's why that is in our hand by learning or not. So that's all for my side, from my side. So I would like to welcome Ms. Vartika Mathur, our convener, to say some words in behalf, from behalf of college. Ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was an amazing video, very inspiring, by the way. And good evening, Mr. Chopra and your dynamic team, my respected colleagues who are also part of our inauguration today, and my dear students. At the outset, please accept my apologies on behalf of Venkat sir, our acting principal, because he had to step out of office for an urgent work, so he cannot be here. So, but then show must go on. Mr. Chopra, it's an absolute honor to have you with us in the inauguration of the first academic year of Exordium, Civil Service Cells of Sri Venkateshwara College. And frankly, I have never tried to study for civil services, and I was a little apprehensive when Shivam approached me for convenienceship. But looking at these students' dynamism and how enthusiastically they've been working all through the COVID, so it really inspired me, and I thought, okay, maybe I'll also learn something from this, and by all the words that I'm going to listen to from all the experts here. Sir, Exordium was actually founded by this team of very enthusiastic students, Shivam and Jay, Ritika, Shreyas, many students together in March 2020, right before the COVID lockdown. And this was actually formed to guide and counsel undergraduate students who are preparing for civil services. But even this unfortunate scenario of lockdown did not dampen their spirit. And instead, this dynamic team found ways to connect with students while coping with their own studies. The college was regularly going on, and still these people, these students, beautifully managed both the things together. And of diverse subjects, Exordium has organized a monthly quiz on their Instagram handle based on important themes such as oil crisis, fundamental rights, POXO Act. Moreover, an online live Instagram series, as Shivam already mentioned, Inspirations was organized from 11th to 21 June 2020, consisting of sessions by various bureaucrats and IAS toppers who gave tips and tricks for cracking civil services. So besides, students were also engaged in newspaper analysis for keeping abreast with the current affairs. So and also they've formed small study groups and to teach them soft skills such as time management, teamwork, decisiveness, personality development. And all of these qualities are being fostered by Exordium for these students. So when our students become successful, it's the institution that grows with them. And with our society, we want to see more and more of our students reaching that pinnacle in their careers. So I encourage all the students who are preparing for civil services or who are even considering that as an option for later to join us and be an icon like Mr. Chopra. So thank you very much. Shivam, over to you.
Rajdeep. So now Rajdeep will come and he will give a small introduction about Sanjeev sir. So I will invite Rajdeep. Can you please continue?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rajdeep. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our chief guest this evening, Mr. Sanjeev Chopra. Starting his career as an intern journalist to an IAS officer of 1985 batch, he is truly an inspiration for all of us. He was born in Kapurthala district of Punjab, and prior to his career, he also served as Additional Chief Secretary and Agricultural Production Commissioner of West Bengal. He is currently the director of Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie. Labasna shoulders the crucial responsibility to train the civil servants of the country. Apart from serving in various administrative domains, he is also the principal patron to a key literacy festival, the Valley of Words, which is celebrated in Dehradun every single year. As the motto of Labasna suggests, Shilam Param Bhushadam, which means character is the prime virtue, and it is truly reflected in our guest speaker. I welcome you, sir, on the behalf of the whole Exordium team, and I request you to please enlighten us with your kind words. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rajdeep. Thank you, Dr. Vartika Mathur. And thank you very much, Shivam, for organizing this. And I have with me 5 young officers who've just cracked the civil services exam. So I thought, while I will speak to you for about 5 to 10 minutes, they can share with you, and you will be freer to talk to them because they are the ones who've taken the exam very recently. And they are the ones who are more in touch with the current phase of UPSC preparation, because you see, UPSC morphs itself every 5 years. So the system of examination that was being followed in 1979 was changed by the time we were taking the exam. That got changed in 1990, then it again got changed. So these young officers, they have a much better idea of how to crack the current UPSC exam. But just to put things in perspective, I think there were 3 or 4 main ways in which the exam has been looked at. You see, before the advent of the photocopier, and the photocopier became ubiquitous around the early 80s. So before the 1980s, everybody had to go to the library and make notes to take this examination. And that meant that, you know, you had to go back to original sources. You had to go to some encyclopedia, you had to go to hard textbooks to make the notes for the UPSC. By the time we took the exam, I was in JNU at that time. And so a lot of photocopying had started. So we were able to make use of the notes of our senior colleagues. And so preparing for the exam became slightly easier. But to some extent, it also lost that charm of going and making your own unique note. So I think the examiners in 1980s would have found every examination, you know, every answer to be very different from the other answer, because everybody would have made different notes, and certainly the notes made in the Calcutta library would have been different from the notes made in JNU, would have been different from the notes made in Chandigarh, would have been different from the notes made in Kanpur, because you would have had different sets of materials and people would have looked at things differently. The photocopying changed all that. So that made, I mean, also that shows how the numbers of people taking the exam, started increasing, because till the 80s, I think it would not have been possible for somebody in Gorakhpur or for somebody in Namashahar or for somebody in Mokokchung to take the exam, because those libraries would just not have been available. Because you could not have had the possibility of preparing your notes in, say, philosophy or anthropology or any other subject if you were not in a university system or in a college which was very well established, or you had colleagues or contacts which had just taken the exam. So that changed after 1980s, because photocopying became the norm, and I think people made a lot of money near JNU and in old that whatever it's called, Kamla Nagar. You know, the photocopying machines, they made a lot of money because they would just, cyclo-style notes and give those notes. Then around the mid-90s, I think the competition master and the CSR and the Vajiram and Rao and the Rao's IAS study circle, I mean, they became really very, very important players. In fact, I think amongst those who have made the most money in the country are those who prepare others to sit for the civil services exam. Because I think Vajiram and Rao's IAS study circle, they made more money than the collective salary of IAS officers in the country in any given year. Because collectively, the total salary of 6,000 IAS officers would amount to 6,000 into maybe 1.5 lakhs on an average. But given the fact that the number of people who sit for the exam isn't many more, so these people, they make more money than all the IAS officers put together in 1 year. So it's a good business model which they have, but then there are problems with this business model. The problem with this business model is that, one, it does not give what it says it will give, right? So it is I can't use the word racket for it, but it is somewhere between, it's somewhere between a racket and, what should you call it? I mean, somewhere in between. So, people crack this exam. 2-3 things are very important. One, you cannot crack this exam unless you work hard. You have to work very, very hard and extremely hard. And there are no second guesses about it. There are so many people competing for the exam. Now, the point is that, is the material that you need for the exam exclusively available in these institutes, or is it available in general and it has only been hyped up beyond a point? Sometimes what happens is, and that's a general statement I wish to make, sometimes the hype is so much that we even tend to forget what is good for us and what is not good for us. One of the most stressed things which I've seen is, that when you find laborers and workers, taking home, tonic, cough syrup or this or that, or buying things, I mean, that sort of energy is available through eggs, it's available through bananas, it's available through milk. I mean, these sources are there, but the market has hyped up some of these these special Chavanprash or this or Dabur honey or whatever. I mean, they made it, hyped it up so much, which is not, it is not in sync with what is being said. So that's the problem here. The problem here is that, so I'm glad that young people in colleges in Delhi have started understanding and thinking that the only way you study and the only way you prepare is through a process of collaboration. And while this examination is certainly an examination in which you compete with each other, but the basis of this competition has to be collaboration and working together. Because, as has been said, and I like that one statement which is made, that it is better to read the same book 10 times rather than read 10 books superficially. So I like that statement, I like that comment. And I'm glad that we are learning to work together, because the more democratic this exam becomes, the more people who take this exam, because one thing is for sure, that look, everybody will not be able to succeed in this exam. But the preparation for this exam is itself a charm, it's an end, it's a beauty, and it's a pleasurable thing in itself. So let's make this experience pleasurable. Let's make this experience stress-free. Let's also tell everyone that whoever has cracked this exam, there is an element of hard work, there's an element of luck, there's an element of blessing, and there's an element of chance. So all these things together, go in to make a civil servant get him to clear the civil service exam. And as I've been telling them, and I've been telling every batch, that no one who says that he has cracked the exam without being tense is speaking off his hat. That is why 4 days before the exam, I had written down in my diary that at any point of time, if I become arrogant, that I was always very confident, let me record how nervous I feel today. That was on 2nd of June, 1985. The exam result came out on the 5th of June. So immediately after the exam, you all get very confident, oh, hona hi tha, ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. But let me tell you that everybody, I have not yet seen a person who has said that he was, because this exam is different. It's not like writing the BSc exam, or it's not like writing the BA honors exam in English, or writing the LLB exam, where if you've done well, you will crack. Here, the competition it's not a question of passing an exam. It's a question of, so all these things. Let me stop here. And let me request all those who have just cleared the exam to speak for 1 or 2 minutes, and they can inspire and they can give their experiences, and they can also, to my mind, let everybody know that you do not have to be critically dependent on any external coaching agency. You need material. That material is easily available. That material can be shared, and you must have this tradition of colleges and universities and groups of friends, which now become families, preparing together for this exam. And not only that, being of support to each other if somebody does not crack it. Because that is also very important. Because let us also remember that more people will not clear the exam than will clear the exam, right? So you also need a support system. You also need a system where you understand that it is not necessary that, you cannot crack this exam unless you have worked hard. But let us also understand that even if we work very hard, we may not crack this exam. So it is a little degree of balance and we need to support each other in this process. But certainly writing this exam also gives you such an idea about India, which normally you would not be able to get. It's like a journey. It's like a lovely travelogue. It's a journey with oneself. It's a dialogue with oneself. So I'm very glad that you've taken this initiative. Congratulations, Shivam. Congratulations, Dr. Vartika Mathur. Congratulations, Pradeep and Rajdeep. Is it Rajdeep? Right, Rajdeep. And so thank you very much. And may I, with your permission, request all my young colleagues.
Quote for you. So basically, I have a quote for you. मतलब जो मैंने खाली आपके लिए ढूंढा था कि experience is not what happened to you. Experience is not what happened to you. It is what you do with what happened to you. It is said by Aldous Huxley. And ये आप पे बहुत ज़्यादा सूट बैठता है क्योंकि आपने मतलब बेसिकली एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस पे इतना ज़्यादा हम लोगों को गाइड कर सकते हैं. इस वजह से मैं इतना ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड था आपको सुनने के लिए. आपको सुनने के बाद इतना अच्छा लग रहा है कि मेरे को पहले से पता था कि ऐसा होने वाला है, इसलिए मैंने कोट आपने स्पेशली ढूंढ के रखा था।
थोड़ा ज्यादा हो रहा है। अभी तुम यहाँ ट्रेनिंग में नहीं आए हो, और वैसे भी तुम्हें बता दूं कि डायरेक्टर असेसमेंट डायरेक्टर के हाथ में नहीं होती है। डायरेक्टर असेसमेंट जो कोर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर बोल देते हैं उसको साइन कर देते हैं। डोंट थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू शिवम। चलो, यस बिश्नोई।
So sir has rightly pointed out that this examination is very, very dynamic, and it's so because of the dynamism that is involved in this examination, it becomes very confusing and uncertain in the beginning. So if I tell you about my experience, so I graduated in 2016, but right from the first year of my college, I wanted to be a civil servant and crack this examination. But unfortunately, back then, I was very confused and I did not know where to start. And we did not have the right kind of guidance at the level of college. So right after my college, I found myself, very, very, because suddenly the pressure came. So right now, when you are in college and if these initiatives are there, I think this is the best time and the best way to start because the pressure is not there. When you'll graduate and when you'll actually write the exam, you'll stop enjoying the process. And this examination is more about holistic personality development. And, that can happen right now. The collaboration can happen right now because the year that you'll be actually writing the examination, then you'll just have to, mug up things and read newspapers. And then there will be not a space for this. And I think if I would have had this opportunity back then in my time, I guess it would have taken me lesser time to come here and to clear this examination. But nonetheless, I would tell you that make the best use of this time, okay? And this will fetch you, very high returns when you actually write the examination. Secondly, I would want to tell you about this initiative that the 2020 batch of the civil services examination, the civil servants have started, all 428 of us. So they have started a page called cscwiki.com, and there we have clubbed in the strategies of most of the toppers, be it of the subject toppers or GS specific. So the biggest, according to me, one of the biggest problem that we usually face is the direction, what to study, where to study. And if you have that consolidated at one place, I think that will give you a very nice push from the beginning. So that is what we have done. We've all of us have consulted and we have, given a consolidated book list, and then subject-wise strategies have also been provided. There's some people in our batch who also keep taking regular classes on YouTube and sharing topic strategies. Personally, I have benefited a lot from topic strategies. For the past 2 years, I've also prepared, from a very, very remote place where there was only internet connection and no physical coaching as such. And as sir is saying that, the technique of preparation and the examination is changing, and now is the time of internet. And we are very lucky that that has really democratized the process of preparation. And we should harness it to the maximum extent possible. I think I benefited a lot from it, from what the toppers were saying and how they were doing. So I strongly believe that we do not need to depend on the traditional physical coaching at all. We can go our own way of understanding this examination, going through the past years, question papers and the consolidated book list, and ultimately hard work is what will sail you through.
Good, very good. Chalo.
I think Pari has almost covered most of the points. One point that the sir was saying I would also like to emphasize about collaboration. I mean, it took me 3 attempts to clear the exams, and I would say I also took the coaching and I realized the pros and cons of that thing. I mean, initially when I was new to this thing, then I thought that okay, the coaching thing will sail me through the examination. But after the first attempt, I realized that it is fine. They are helping us to correct some of the concept, but mostly it's about rote learning is also going on there. So when I was fortunate to have a group of 5 to 6 people, we studied together. We analyzed the previous year's paper. I think that is one of the most important element that is missed in this preparation. So whether if you go through prelims or the mains examination or essay paper, if you try to understand what the UPSC is asking for, it is asking for conceptual understanding, a depth in understanding. It's not about like you just have done some newspaper analysis and mucked up the facts and reproduce it. That is not there. So if we have a collaborative study team, then we can analyze the paper, strengthen our conceptual understanding. And when we have basic understanding about all the topics, then I mean, whatever kind of question paper is there, whether topic is simple or difficult, you would be able to write good content on it. And one more thing I would like to say is about in UPSC, it's about knowledge as well as expression. Because most of the time, student tends to accumulate knowledge. I mean, read several books and try to have too many things. But you know, in the answer, we have only 5 to 7 minutes per answer. In that answer, believe me, we after we prepare for 1 or 2 year, we have sufficient knowledge. How to express it, how to make it easy for an examiner to understand. These are also the skills that we need to cultivate within ourselves to clear this exam.
नहीं, बहुत ठीक बोला है. चलिए, आप भी बताइए.
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. और अभी जैसा कि परी और आशीष दोनों ने काफ़ी कुछ बता दिया है इस प्रिपरेशन के बारे में, तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा. बस ये एक चीज़ बताऊँगा कि 3 चीज़ें इस एग्जाम के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. पहली चीज़ जो अगर हम देखें तो सर ने भी बोला कि हार्ड वर्क एंड कंसिस्टेंसी. इट्स नॉट ओनली कि आप हार्ड वर्क किए जा रहे हो और आप एक दिन पढ़ते हो, हफ्ते में 4 दिन पढ़ते हो और बाकी के 2 दिन आप नहीं पढ़ते हो. तो कंसिस्टेंसी वो चीज़ है जो कि यूपीएससी में बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करती है. अगर आपको 4 घंटे ही पढ़ाई करनी है तो 4 ही घंटे करो, बट आपको हफ्ते के सारे दिन आपको पढ़ाई करनी होगी. और दूसरी चीज़ जो होती है वो ये है कि यूपीएससी सिलेबस मैंने शुरुआत में ये लकली मेरा फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट था और शुरुआत के मैंने 2 महीने कोचिंग भी ली थी. लेकिन फॉर्चुनेटली मैंने कोचिंग सही टाइम पे डिसीजन लेके मैंने कोचिंग छोड़ के सेल्फ स्टडी पे ही फोकस किया. और उसमें जो सबसे अच्छी चीज मैंने की थी कि सबसे पहले मैंने यूपीएससी सिलेबस देखा, चाहे वो प्रीलिम्स हो और खासकर मेंस के जो सिलेबस में एक वर्ड जो दिए हुए हैं, यू हैव टू बी रियली उससे आपको स्टिक करना होगा और अपनी प्रिपरेशन को. लोग कहते हैं कि इन यूपीएससी एवरीथिंग अंडर सन यू हैव टू मग अप एंड यू हैव टू नो, बट मुझे लगता है कि ये चीज बहुत ही एक मिथ है कि आपको हर चीज जानना है. आपको अपनी प्रिपरेशन यूपीएससी सिलेबस से ही ले जानी होगी और उसी के अराउंड आपको स्टिक रहना पड़ेगा, चाहे वो न्यूज़पेपर हो चाहे एनीथिंग. यू हैव टू बी अराउंड द यूपीएससी सिलेबस ओनली. अगर दूसरी चीज जो आशीष ने भी बोला कि यू हैव टू एनालाइज प्रीवियस जो पेपर्स हैं उसको भी एनालाइज करना होगा. अगर आप लास्ट ईयर 2019 का पेपर भी देखोगे तो ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चन वो यूपीएससी के सिलेबस से ही आया हुआ था और ना कि बहुत ज्यादा करंट अफेयर को भी उन्होंने फोकस नहीं किया था, रादर कि उन्होंने सारे क्वेश्चंस यूपीएससी सिलेबस से ही ड्राफ्ट किए थे. तो मैं यही कहूंगा कि यूपीएससी सिलेबस से आपको पूरी तरह से स्टिक करना होगा. और तीसरी चीज है राइट गाइडेंस. तो राइट गाइडेंस वो कहीं से भी मिल सकती है. आपका एक प्रेरणा स्रोत होना चाहिए, चाहे वो आपका दोस्त हो, चाहे प्रीवियस ईयर के कोई टॉपर्स हो जो जिन्होंने ये एग्जाम क्रैक किया हो. इवन आपके पेरेंट्स भी आपके वो राइट गाइडेंस दे सकते हैं. ये भी एक मिथ है कि कोचिंग जब तक आप नहीं करोगे तो ही आपका सिलेक्शन होगा. और जैसा कि परी ने भी बताया कि पेपर काफी डायनेमिक है, पेपर सिलेबस और क्वेश्चंस हमेशा चेंज, नॉट सिलेबस, क्वेश्चंस के पैटर्न हमेशा चेंज होते रह रहे हैं. तो उस समय कोचिंग्स भी इररिलेवेंट होते जा रहे हैं इस समय में. तो इस समय हमें यही देखना होगा कि क्वेश्चन पेपर को आप एनालाइज करो, यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन को, यूपीएससी सिलेबस को देखो, प्लस राइट डायरेक्शन में आपको इंटरनेट का भी पूरी तरीके से यूज करना है कि आप कितने मिनिमम इनपुट में मैक्सिमम आप गेन कर सकते हो इंटरनेट के थ्रू, ताकि आपका समय बच सके कोचिंग में जाने के लिए. तो ये 3 चीज मैं कहूंगा कि ये बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. और आगे जहां तक बात है कि हमारी भी टीम यहाँ से कोलैबोरेट करना चाहेगी आप लोगों से, और हम लोग भी जितना हो सकता है यूपीएससी से रिलेटेड चीजों को, चाहे वो नोट्स हो, चाहे हमारी तरफ से मोटिवेशनल चीजें हो, या कोई भी किसी चीज पे स्पेशल लेक्चर जिस पे आपको लगता हो कि हम लोग आपको मदद कर सकते हैं, हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे कि हम यहाँ से समय निकाल के आप मदद करें बच्चों की.
Thank you. Very good. Andy.
Good evening, everyone. As they have rightly put many of the points which are crucial for the UPSC preparation, I would like to add just 2 points. One is the fact that you need to do repetitive revisions, because that's the point where many of us lag sometimes. We think that if we take new information, that would be much more value addition to our previous knowledge bank. But if you don't do the repetitive revisions, then effectively when the time is short in the exam, you won't be able to reproduce the same. So one point that you need to keep in mind is to have repetitive revisions, even if it is for a fact, for a statement or a particular code.
And the second aspect I would like to stress upon is that never self-doubt yourself. Be confident, do some regular exercises, yoga, so that you can relieve some stress and you could do the best that you could do in your exam and don't have any regrets about it. So with that, I'll conclude and wish you all the best for your initiatives.
Very good.
मैंने ये एग्जाम 6th अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर किया है, तो मैंने इसमें 6 बार अपना प्रीलिम्स भी क्लियर किया और मेंस दिया। तो मेरे को काफी वाइड मैंने देखा कि चेंज होते हुए यूपीएससी का ट्रेंड्स, और साथ में अपने ही भी डिफरेंट तरीके से अपने को तैयार किया, जैसे कभी शुरू में कोचिंग से और उसके बाद में सेल्फ स्टडी से। तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा कि अगर आपको आप जैसे टॉपर्स की इंटरव्यूज हैं या कोई सही गाइड मिल जाए आपको, जो पर्सनली आपको मेंटर करे, तो उससे ज्यादा फायदा होता है एज कंपेयर टू कोचिंग। और साथ में मैंने ये देखा है कि जैसे आंसर राइटिंग के ऊपर हमें ज्यादा फोकस रखना चाहिए इसमें ओवरऑल, एंड कंसिस्टेंटली, जैसे इसने अभी कहा कि हमें जो कुछ एरियाज है उनको रिपीटेटिवली भी करना पड़ेगा। और जैसे 5 से 7 मिनट है, आशीष ने अभी बताया था, जैसे कि एक क्वेश्चन को पूरा करने के लिए, तो उसमें हमें अपने आप को इस तरह से पूरी तरह से तैयार करना है कि हम उसको अच्छे से इंट्रोडक्शन देके क्वेश्चन का उसको अच्छे से एंड करके जो रेलिवेंट चीजें हैं उसमें ऐड कर सकें। और साथ में ये पूरा प्रोसेस ऐसा है कि हमें काफी पेशेंस रखनी पड़ती है और अपने आप को अपने मेंटल कंट्रोल रखना पड़ता है, पेपर में भी और पेपर की से पहले भी। तो इसलिए हमें योगा आदि या स्पिरिचुअलिटी, इन सब चीजों की मदद लेने में कोई संकोच नहीं करना चाहिए। तो मेरा तो ये एक्सपीरियंस रहा है।
बहुत बढ़िया। तो देखिए कितने वेरिड एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं यहाँ पे। These itself is a very learning experience. Finally, I think all of us are agreed कि it is not how much you know, it is how much you can write in that limited time. आपके पास पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन होने के, पूरा संविधान आप पढ़ लीजिए, लेकिन अगर संविधान पे टिप्पणी करनी है, अगर संविधान के किसी एक अनुच्छेद पे टिप्पणी करनी है, तो आपके पास 5 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं। इसलिए क्योंकि मैं पहले जर्नलिस्ट था, इसलिए मुझे ये एक्सपीरियंस था कि बड़ी बात को, इतने मटेरियल को कैसे कंसाइज करना है या कैसे छोटे मटेरियल को और बड़ा करना। तो मैं जो एक सबसे जो मैं जनरल गाइडेंस देता हूँ यही है कि कोई भी एक सब्जेक्ट लीजिए, जैसे अभी फार्मर्स एजुटेशन चल रहा है या कोई भी अभी ट्रम्प का ले लीजिए, कुछ भी ले लीजिए, द सब्जेक्ट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, बट व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज यू हैव टू राइट द सेम थिंग in 200 words, in 500 words, and in 1,000 words, and time yourself. Because the most important thing is timing. You are not looking for the perfect answer. We are looking for the right answer in that limited time. क्योंकि अगर दुनिया में हर एक आदमी के पास इनफाइनाइट समय हो तो ये काम नहीं चल सकता। चैलेंज यही है हम सबके सामने कि स्वार मैं गारंटी के साथ कह सकता हूं कि बहुत लोगों को हमसे कहीं ज्यादा सूचना उस समय थी उनके दिमाग में जब उन्होंने एग्जाम दिया। जिन लोगों से मैंने फोटोकॉपिंग ली उनमें से बहुत कम लोग ही सिविल सर्वेंट्स हो पाए, बट क्योंकि जो तजुर्बा है राइटिंग का, यू हैव टू राइट एवरी डे। सो अगर आप, मेरा जो एडिशनल पॉइंट होगा, या इन्होंने भी कहा है, अगर आप 4 घंटे पढ़ रहे हो तो कम से कम 2-3 घंटे लिखो, और हर रोज जब तक आप नहीं लिखोगे, आपकी जब तक प्रैक्टिस नहीं होगी, आपको सडनली ये लगे कि आप यूपीएससी वाले दिन ही आप अपनी अंग्रेजी या हिंदी या जो भी भाषा है उसमें आप फटाफट लिख देंगे, तो नहीं हो पाएगा। इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रैक्टिस, इट इज अ स्किल। राइटिंग एंड एग्जामिनेशन इज अ स्किल, इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम नॉलेज। Please understand that very clearly. The one message that I think all of us would like to give to you, and I think all of us are agreed, yes, more than knowledge, it is the skill to write in brief, in the time limit that has been given to you. और अगर आपको 5 मिनट का 10 नंबर का सवाल है, उस पर आप अगर आधा घंटा लिख रहे हैं तो बेवकूफी है वो, because you are going to be graded not on, you are to be graded on each answer. And if there is a maximum mark of 10 marks on that answer, you can only put efforts of 10 marks in that answer. So that is what we like to share with you. और ये जो बड़ा practical सुझाव है जो इनका कि आप हफ्ते में या फोर्टनाइट में एक दिन एक जूम कॉल कर लीजिए, जिसमें जो एस्पिरेंट्स हैं वो डायरेक्टली हमारे जो नए जो ऑफिसर ट्रेनीज हैं इनके साथ इन टच में रहेंगे। और जो बिश्नोई ने जो वेबसाइट बताई है, जो भी आपने हाँ उसके बारे में भी जानकारी लें। एंड शिवम, वेरी गुड दैट यू टेकन दिस इनिशिएटिव, सो थैंक यू। इट विल बी एन ऑनगोइंग डायलॉग। ये तो नहीं है कि एक दिन के डायलॉग में सब चीजें सॉल्व हो जाएंगी, ये एक कंटिन्यूइंग डायलॉग है। और ये डायलॉग मैं बहुत खुश हूं कि मेरे यंगर कोलीग्स ने भी इस पे, इनफैक्ट जिस दिन आपसे बात हुई थी शिवम, उसी दिन इनसे भी बात हो गई थी। तो ये हम चाहते हैं कि ये जो मिथ है जो प्रिपरेशन के बारे में जो मिथक है, ये हम चीज बड़ा क्लियरली करना चाहते हैं कि जस्ट बिकॉज समबडी हैज मनी ही डज नॉट गिव हिम एन एक्स्ट्रा माइल। क्योंकि किसी के पास 2 लाख रुपए है एग्जामिनेशन में खर्च करने के लिए, वो ऐसा उसको कोई बहुत ज्यादा कंपेटिटिव एडवांटेज नहीं है। 2000 रुपए में भी हम ये एग्जाम और बिना पैसे के भी हम ये मटेरियल उपलब्ध कराने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारा ये मानना है कि दिस एग्जाम इज अ डेमोक्रेटिक एग्जाम, दिस एग्जाम इज स्ट्रेंथनिंग दिस कंट्री। अगर ये देश चल रहा है तो ये देश, ब्यूरोक्रेसी का एक बहुत अहम रोल है इस देश में। और जिस तरीके से सरदार पटेल ने 311 आर्टिकल 311 पहला संविधान है दुनिया में जिसने सिविल सर्वेंट्स को इतना सशक्त किया, और हमारी जिम्मेवारी है, हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, हमारी ड्यूटी है कि हम अपने देश के लिए अच्छे से अच्छा जो भी हम कर सकें हमें करना चाहिए। थैंक यू शिवम फॉर गिविंग अस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी।
थैंक यू सो मच सर। अगर किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो आप होस्टों को टेक्स्ट कर सकते हो। सो हम अगर मतलब किसी भी गेस्ट से अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो हम क्या है वो रिजर्व कर लेंगे। सो इफ एनीवन हैज एनी क्वेश्चन देन दे कैन टेक्स्ट टू एनी host or
Could you
co-host.
give in the chat box or probably email Shivan that website which you're talking about?
मैम मैं भी थोड़ी देर बाद मतलब आफ्टर दिस मीटिंग में एक बार सर से वापस बात करके सबको सारे डिटेल
आप डील करेंगे। तो डॉक्टर साहब जो हैं डॉक्टर धीरज ना, डॉक्टर धीरज विल बी योर कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन। ही इज द नोडल ऑफिसर फ्रॉम द for the Society for Social Services, so he will be in direct touch with you and he will, both of you will carry the dialogue forward। and आपके जितने भी फ्रेंड्स पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहें दे आर मोस्ट वेलकम। हमारे यहाँ से भी, हमारे इस करंट फेज 1 के, उससे पहले जो FC वाले हैं वो भी, और बहुत सारी मिसकंसेप्शन है लोगों के मन में। मैं अभी लक्षद्वीप में था, वहां पे कुछ लड़कियां कहने लगी कि हम डेनिक्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, और मैं कहा भाई डेनिक्स की तैयारी क्या होती है? कोई डेनिक्स की भी तैयारी होती है या कोई मतलब कोई इतना ज्यादा मिसकंसेप्शन है बहुत रिमोट एरियाज में। तो वी हैव टू रिमूव ऑल दीज मिसकंसेप्शंस, राइट? एंड वी विल सर्टेनली वर्क विद यू, राइट? ठीक है, अब अपना मोबाइल नंबर बोल दीजिए इनको।
बता
Dheeraj, it will be fun to work, especially talk to you. And I'm directly in contact with AIMS. So I'm an advisor to All India Institute also. So you will also have old memory. मतलब तुम्हारे डॉक्टर वाली मेमोरीज भी we'll keep discussing.
तो डॉक्टर साहब आप भी एग्जाम दे दीजिए, ऐसी क्या बात है?
सर अब तो वो डायरेक्ट वो आजकल वो एकेडमिशियन वाला है ना, I'll probably look for that। अब तो
लेटरल एंट्री वो ज्यादा कामयाब नहीं होने वाली है। ये लेटरल एंट्री
I've crossed the stage where I'm already 16 years of service. I'm now at professor grade. So वो तो खत्म हो गया सर मेरा opportunity।
चलिए कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। तो लेटरल एंट्री के लिए अगर आप आएंगे तो ठीक है, लेट अस सी। चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू सो मच। ओके, राइट, बाय।
सर एक स्टूडेंट ने पूछा है कि मतलब पॉलिटी और कुछ करंट अफेयर्स के जो नोट्स होते हैं वो 2-3 साल के बाद भी काम के होते हैं क्या?
I think he's left the meeting.
They have left the meeting.
So
anyway, you can communicate with them.
Ananya?
I think you can collect the all the questions and communicate with him.
I will surely
and take Dheeraj's number.
Ananya? वोट ऑफ थैंक्स के लिए आप प्रोसीड करें।
I think they were busy. So it doesn't matter. So just thank, maybe you can thank the participants and all the teachers.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. After this astounding inauguration session hosted by our founder, Mr. Shivam Ganesha, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the entire Exordium cell to extend a vote of thanks to our guest of honor for today's evening, which is Mr. Dr. Sanjeev Chopra, Director of Labasna, and all the young officers for taking out their valuable time and inspiring our youth. It has been an honor to have you. Further, I would like to thank our principal, Mr. Venkat Kumar, for his continuous support and encouragement, without which Exodium would not have been at the position it is right now. We are truly grateful to you, sir. Moving on, I would take this opportunity to thank all the heads of different departments, teachers, respected societies of our college, and the entire audience for joining us in our celebration and motivating us for achieving new heights. I would like to extend my thanks to our convener, Dr. Vartika Mate, for providing us with her continuous assistance. Last but not the least, I would extend my heartfelt thanks to the entire team of Exodium, who have put remarkable efforts in making this event a huge success. It would not have been possible without the hard work of each one of you. Once again, I would like to say that we are truly grateful to our entire audience and speakers present on this forum. We thank you for this evening, and it is a pleasure having you all. Thank you very much.
And from my end, I would like to thank the whole team for organizing this inauguration very well. My also big thanks to Dr. Rajendra Pratyar for coordinating this whole event. Thank you so much, Rajendra. And to Dr. Kameshwar Sharma, who could give us this Zoom platform where we could very easily and conveniently do this. So thank you, Department of Biochemistry, for giving us this Zoom platform. Thank you very much. Thanks, Rajendra.
Welcome.
So guys, अभी 5 मिनट का break है. Then orientation session will start. So those who want to stay, then they can stay. So in orientation, basically you will go to know about society in detail.
I think we teachers can leave and you people can continue with the orientation, Shiva. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, yeah, and one more thing. This thing is, it's like we are recording this thing, so it is recording on the cloud. Okay, and once this thing is completely recorded, then it's like I will forward the recording to Vartika ma'am and any one of you. I think you also can download the recording. The co-hosts can also download the recordings. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So.
Hi, Srishta and Ritika. You can take charge right now. So
Okay, Shivam. A very good evening to one and all present here. We were elated to receive such an overwhelming response from you all, and we really feel honored to have you with us today evening. I can feel a lot of queries are running in your mind right now regarding Exordium. Like, what is this Exordium society? इसकी सारी teams क्या हैं? What's the aim of Exordium? इसका registration process क्या है? How to join the society? And how the society is going to help you? Or why should you join the society? Oh, stop. And many more queries are running in your mind. But no worries, to solve all your queries, we are here with our orientation session. So we hope by the end of this session, आपकी ये सारी queries clear हो जाएं and you all gain a good amount of information regarding Exordium. In case of any doubts, please feel free to put them forward during the question answer session that will happen right after the presentation ends.
So, what exactly is Exordium? Exordium is a student-driven civil services cell based in Sri Venkateshwara College. Set off by 3 determined students of our college in March 2020, the community has now grown to a number of more than 150 students. All of them who put in all their heart and soul at every step to finally bring laurels to this institute. All the members of Exordium engage in regular interactions with each other to hone their soft skills and gain a grip over the preparations of different fields of CSE. The same is attained through various events like online sessions, study group meetings, lecture series, and seminars, etc. Exordium aims at providing its members with a multitude of opportunities so that you all get to connect and learn from the experienced wise men. Here, we make sure each and every member has access to adequate resources in their process of learning and developing as an asset to the society. So let's talk about the teams that we have. Following the teams, we have media and marketing team, public relations team, content team, logistics team, and a technical team. So let's start with the very first team, the core team. I'm sure all of you have been attending a lot of orientation sessions and might have come across terms like president, vice president, but what do they do? So the president, the first person to start off with, is the figurehead of the club. He takes the ultimate responsibility in essentially running the club. He chairs meetings and supports the work of other committee members. The president has a fair idea of who is doing what and keeps abreast of all club activities, as he is responsible for ensuring that the society works effectively. He provides leadership to the society and helps build an effective team that functions well and grows in membership while most importantly, remaining fun to be a part of. Next, we have the vice president. Now, this position is the backbone of the society and ensures that things run smoothly. Emails need to be written, rooms need to be booked, competitions need to be organized, and a lot of more things. For all of these, you can rely on your vice president. In the absence of the president, it is the vice president who takes care of the society. And then we have the general secretary. The secretary is generally responsible for the administration of the club, arranging meetings and taking down the minutes for when there might not be people there, and dealing with literally any administration regarding the club constitution. All correspondence will usually be handled by the secretary. The secretary ensures that the society's name is not spoiled no matter what, and everything stays well in place. And then we have the treasurer. Might have guessed by the name, related to treasure. Yes, so this person is responsible to take care of the financial side of the society. He keeps all the records and accounts safely and hands them over to the president later. A treasurer's remit is to provide the society with sound financial administration so that all the aspects of a society's fund are properly managed and to be accounted for. And lastly, we have the central coordinator. The central coordinator is the head of the extended core. His main job, as the name says, is to coordinate with all the teams and take updates regularly, which are then passed to the main core. The different teams, the members among these teams must communicate with each other. And this is taken care of by the central coordinator. Exordium functions democratically. No position here overpower the others. And we ensure that we work like a family, where every point of view is respected and considered.
The next team of Exordium is media team. This idea of exordium took roots in the period of lockdown. And how can anyone forget that beginning of COVID pandemic time? Lot of uncertainty, confusions, and nobody was having idea that when this situation will get better. So उस टाइम पे सबसे पहली नीड थी एक यूनिक अप्रोच लाने की so that we could connect with college students and move forward in this pandemic time. So at that time, role of media team increased too much. And trust me, it wasn't that easy to connect with college students and have strong online presence. But our media team played a wonderful job and not only helped us in connecting with students of our college, but also with students from different universities who were in the need of proper guidance, who wants counseling. You might be thinking that what all this media team did, how it helped students. So, a lot of initiatives have been taken by this team. Like weekly quiz are conducted, जिसका focus होता है current affairs में. Also, there are various topics that seem hard to students to grasp. So, media team put stories for explaining those topics in easy ways. They also conduct multiple other quizzes जो कि help करते हैं students को in civil service preparation. Not only this, but also they give links to various mock interviews and other speeches that could be important from civil service preparation. Being part of such a team in your college life will help you in sharpening your social media marketing skills, in better idea generation, keeping updated with social media analytics, and you will get to learn how to use social media to your utmost advantage. Our next team is Public Relation and Marketing team. The Public Relations Department of Exordium works towards public management. It has worked to create framework for our live session series like various speakers को invite करना to come and speak to our students, सारी negotiations possible sponsorship entities से coaching institute से करना and any other possible collaboration. So all these things are looked after by the PR team itself. By working in PR team, you will get to know about corporate world. आप various reputed persons से contact करोगे. This will help you a lot in boosting your confidence, improving your speaking skills and convincing skills. Not only this, but as a PR team volunteer, you will get to know about how to handle situations, how to cultivate quality conversations. It will help in developing negotiation skills, persuasive skills. And the most important, that's going to help you a lot later in corporate world. That is how to withstand criticism and accepting the decisions of person you are dealing with without taking any offense. एक excellent professional वही है जो कि कभी भी critic and rejection से discourage ना हो जाए. Instead, they embrace and learn from them. So you will learn all such skills by being part of the PR team.
Up next, we have the content team. Well, if you ever came across our page on Instagram, you might have seen posts there. So where does all that content come from? All the facts and stories. So that's where the content team comes in. The content team serves as one very important pillar of this society. The main function of this team is to deliver the right content relevant to UPSC CSE, put together in a creative manner so that the students can sustain both their interest and attention in several subjects. The team members work wholeheartedly in researching and formulating reliable content the best way possible, ensuring that their work passes through all the quality control checks. Next, we have the logistics team. The logistics team primarily manages the back-end work. They take care of overall organizing and management work, ground sessions, seminars, events, and quizzes, etc. All of these are taken care of by the logistics team. The technical work as well comes under the same team.
The next team is Book Bank team. In market, various books are present, जिसकी students को अपने preparation के time पे need होती है. But they can't get it, या तो financial limitations की वजह से या lack of knowledge की वजह से. Book Bank का aim यही है, to reduce this gap and provide everyone with the same resources, जो हमारे सारे members utilize कर पाएंगे. When situation will get better and college will reopen, then we will make a reading room. Reading room will be a specific area जिसमें students आके अपने exams की preparation कर सकते हैं. Whether it is UPSC, CDS, SSC, CGL, कोई भी exam हो. In that area, you will get study material, books, newspapers, coaching material, magazines, and other material. In short, you are getting area to study. You are getting resources. What could be better than that? Collection, maintenance, and creation of the framework will be the responsibility of the book bank team. As this is a new initiative, students will work to create this entire framework. By becoming part of book bank team, you will get to know about how to create and how to manage such a big system. Management is one of such topic which have you learnt in your textbook, or you might learn that in future, but practical implementation of it is far away than written material. And by becoming part of such a team where you are getting chance to handle and manage entire book bank system will give you great exposure in learning managerial skills, which will surely going to help you in the future.
I'm sure all of us, almost all of us, have come across that phase in our life where standing in front of the crowd and speaking was not easy for us. We could feel that adrenaline rush driving us crazy, and we still have those memories, isn't it? So now we have the Personality Development Initiative to help you with this. Self-explanatory by its name, this initiative will encourage students to work on their soft skills by actively participating in debates, discussions, creative writing, extempore, and speech delivery, etc. All these activities will improve your skills and eventually enhance your confidence. It will also prepare the students for the long run. So, not saying that we're especially focusing on the interview round, but in general, sharpen soft skills and a good personality says a lot about the person.
Next is Inspirations, Instagram live session series. Inspire with Ingenuity. It is an online Instagram live session series which was presented by Exordium. In this, we interacted with several aces of various civil service examination, ranging from senior IAS officer, IPS officer, IFS officer, SSC CGL toppers, Army veterans, and last year UPSC toppers. So, ये series काफी beneficial prove हुई थी for the students and it helped them with the preparation for civil service examination.
So, Inspirations can be understood divided into two. So, we had Volume 1 and Volume 2. So, Inspirations Volume 1 was the first live session of Exordium with various bureaucrats who are working in civil services. Inspirations is based on an exclusively unique idea brought to reality that involved interaction with various toppers of the past. Our speakers for the first session were IPS Basant Rath, IAS Shubham Gupta, who attained the rank of 6 as per All India rank in the year 2018, IRS Prateet Mishra and Senior IAS Prashant Nair, rank 4 in the year 2007. All of these officers have had a great record of serving selflessly, and having them with us was indeed a great success, garnering views in thousands. The Volume 2 included a comparatively more diverse panel of speakers. We had Army veterans and CSE toppers, while Volume 1's main focus was to enlighten the audience with examination strategies that would be adopted in preparation for the exam. Volume 2 focused on techniques in general. Inspirations aims to offer a platform where the students can easily communicate with our guest speakers and receive guidance. In the future series, we plan to have people from different walks of life, people who have been doing exceptionally well in their respective fields and have the potential to enlighten and inspire young minds like us. So this was all about what we've been doing. So what about the future? So we have a lot of more exciting plans for you all to join us in. Majorly, all of them will focus on bringing all the required resources under one roof. We wish to provide the aspirants with all the study material, question papers, and help books, etc., all of it at one place so that the students do not waste their precious time hunting for material. Instead, focus. We want to work hard enough and remove every possible hindrance so that we can ease out your way.
Our first plan is sessions in college. We plan to conduct sessions in college with various speakers, where all the students can get to know the success stories of our speakers and interact with them regarding their doubts. Though online sessions are beneficial, still there is no match of offline sessions. In these offline sessions, you will interact with speakers personally. If there are any doubts, you can ask from them and you know who will be the speakers with whom you are getting chance to interact. We plan to invite various bureaucrats, intellectual leaders, judiciary, teachers, civil servants officer, and they will guide you. You will get to know कि civil servants की life होती कैसी है, उनका relationship executive and judiciary के साथ कैसा होता है, and preparation strategies UPSC aspirants के लिए क्या हो सकती है. So in nutshell, you'll get to learn a lot. Management of these sessions would be looked after by our logistics team. They would take care of overall organizing work. Contacting with our speakers and inviting them for the event would be the responsibility of the public relation and marketing team. They would make sure to invite people from different fields so that they could guide and inspire young minds.
Next, we have the lecture series. So we're planning to approach various teachers par excellence from the University of Delhi and several other universities who are passionate about teaching. A lecture series will be conducted with these teachers where they can teach their respective subjects to students who cannot afford to pay a hefty amount to coaching institutes. To carry out the same thing smoothly, a comprehensive framework will be constructed. So this initiative will be especially very beneficial for those students who will be preparing by themselves. A lot of us have friends in the humanities section who do not go for coaching. In general, a lot of people now they do face this problem about doubts. So where do they clear it? Now this is their place to get their help.
Our next plan is collaborations with coaching institutes. We would collaborate with coaching institutes and we will try to organize seminars with them. Coaching institutes have wonderful mentor, teachers, and they could guide you really well. Main motive behind arranging seminars with coaching institute is that you get to know कि actually civil services है क्या, SSC CGL क्या है, CDS क्या है. So you get to know about these exams better and you could make up your mind regarding these exams. You can clarify your doubts regarding it. After clarifying about exams and setting your mind कि हमें क्या करना है future में, the next struggle, or could I say a big confusing thing, is which coaching institute shall you join? So, we are trying to reduce your confusions and by our collaboration with different coaching institutes, we will help you in providing details about different institutes like कौन सा coaching center क्या provide कर रहा है, batch size क्या है, course structure क्या है, fees क्या है, and all such questions regarding institutes. It would be better to choose which institute you should join when you get details about all possible best options available. You could decide whether coaching institute will be helpful to join or not. If it is, then which institute shall you join? You could distinguish among different institutes, so you will be able to choose best option for you. Not only this, but through our partnership, we would also try to provide you some study material from these coaching institutes. Next is our Exordium recruitment. How to become part of Exordium? So, our registration process depends on why you wish to join this society. Do you want to join Exordium as a learning member? That is, you want guidance for preparation of civil service examination, or do you want to join the society as a volunteer to become part of this team, or both as a learning member as well as a volunteer? So, if you wish to join Exordium as learning member, then you just have to fill registration form. On the other hand, if you wish to join Exordium as a volunteer, along with filling of registration form, you have to go through other two rounds. So now let me explain you about this form and other rounds. First of all, registration form. So registration form will be rolled out soon after orientation session end. In that registration form, questions would be like, firstly, personal information like your name, contact details, course, etc. would be asked. There would be situational related questions too in the form that you need to answer. It would be like a situation would be given to you and then you have to answer what would you do if you were in that situation. Then there would be one or two questions that would be related to your personality and that would help us to know you all better. So, if you wish to join Exordium as a learning member, your registration process ends here. But if you wish to join as volunteer, other two rounds are waiting for you. Next round to become part of Exordium is group discussion round. Those who got selected in application form round would be divided in some small groups. So, हर group को एक situation provide की जाएगी. तो entire group को discussions करना है and they have to come to some conclusions or some final solution. So we will see your contributions to come to final solutions, how you worked in a team, who gave better ideas. We will assess your thought process, problem solving skills and your reasoning caliber. So keeping in mind all these factors, some students would be selected for the last round, that is personal interview round. In the interview, questions relating to information you gave in form, relating to teams that you wanted to be part of, relating to your strengths, weaknesses, your personality will be asked. And after that final round, best out of all the applicants will be selected and will become part of our Exordium family. We are now open for questions. You all can type them in the chat box.
Guys, anyone of you have any queries about Exodium, or any of your questions are not answered till now, you all can put it up in the chat box.
Are the co-hosts able to see the questions in the chat section? Because I'm able to see quite a few questions. So I just want to ask you guys.
Yeah, Shreyash, we can see them.
All right, perfect.
So the question, one question I got is, what is the duration to sell? Yogesh, would you like to answer?
Shivam, you just said something.
Someone has asked a question. What is duration to the cell? To this cell?
Okay, so once you are enrolled in the Exodium cell, of course the duration is 1 year, and you can continue, like if you are in first year or second year or third year, you will be joining it for a year, and if you want to continue it for the next year, it's upon you, it's your decision, but yeah, the minimum duration is 1 year.
So someone asked me a question. If we don't clear the second or third round, can we still be part of society as a volunteer? So I would like to answer this question. Basically अगर तुम सेकंड और थर्ड राउंड को क्लियरिफाई मतलब क्लियर नहीं कर पाते, तो आप एज अ मेंबर रहोगे, बट एज अ वॉलंटियर नहीं हो पाओगे. अब बेसिकली व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन मेंबर एंड वॉलंटियर, आई थिंक आपको पहले समझ में आ गया होगा. अगर उसमें भी अगर कोई कंफ्यूजन, मैं शॉर्ट बता देता हूँ. Members are only those students who are who are here to utilize the resources, and volunteer are those students who want to construct resources. Basically वो लोग जो resources बना रहे हैं, like अलग-अलग teams में जो लोग होंगे, and मेंबर नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट है जो रिसोर्सेज यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं, बट वॉलंटियर्स को और बेनिफिट्स भी होता है, जैसे उनको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा एंड एवरीथिंग लाइक दैट. आपको पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट में बहुत हेल्प मिलती है एज अ वॉलंटियर. तो बट हाँ, थोड़ा टाइम डिवोट करना पड़ेगा हर सोसाइटी में, क्योंकि आप रिसोर्स जनरेट करोगे, आप ऐसे इवेंट्स प्लान करोगे, आपके खुद के कॉन्टैक्ट्स होंगे, मतलब बन जाएंगे धीरे धीरे जब आप पीआर टीम के पार्ट होगे. एंड एक्सेप्ट दैट चॉइस इज योर्स. इन लास्ट हमेशा चॉइस तुम्हारी रहेगी. सो जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दैट. ओके, देन हाउ मेनी सीट्स आर देयर टू बी अ लर्निंग मेंबर? समवन आस्क्ड मी. सो यू मैक, आप आंसर दे दो इस क्वेश्चन का.
Shivam, can you please repeat the question because I can't see it?
How many seats are there to be learning member? So मैं बता देता हूँ इसका कि बेसिकली ऐसी कोई फिक्स नंबर ऑफ सीट्स है नहीं. दैट विल डिपेंड ऑन योर क्वालिटी ऑफ आंसर. बेसिकली देखो, फॉर्म में हम ये नहीं देख रहे कि आपकी इंग्लिश, आपकी लैंग्वेज कितनी अच्छी है, बट व्हाट वी वांट इज कि आप कितने सीरियस हो. बिकॉज आप फॉर्म कैसे भर रहे हो, उससे हमें आइडिया लग जाएगा कि आप कितने सीरियस हो. इफ यू आर अ सीरियस स्टूडेंट जो लिटरली परस्यू करना चाहते हैं, देन फ्रॉम योर फॉर्म्स हमको इतना क्लियर तो हो ही जाएगा. तो ये, एंड मोस्ट प्रोबेबली, नॉट श्योर, बट आई एम सेइंग मोस्ट प्रोबेबली वॉलंटियर्स को अटेंडेंस भी कॉलेज से मिल जाएगी. मतलब 17% अटेंडेंस इन स्टॉक आप लोगों को एज अ वॉलंटियर आपको मिल जाएगी। देन प्रियंका हैज अ क्वेश्चन, डू यू प्रोवाइड प्रॉपर स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर दिस एग्जाम? सो मैं किसका आंसर तुम दे दो?
Proper strategy, as in there are a
For
lot of
this exam.
strategies. Am I audible?
हाँ, you are audible.
ओके, सो हम लोग प्रॉपर स्ट्रैटेजीज एज इन एक स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं होती है सिविल सर्विसेज या कोई भी एग्जाम क्रैक करने के लिए। वी आर गोना प्रोवाइड यू अ लॉट ऑफ रिसोर्सेज जिससे आप उसे क्रैक कर पाओगे। सो हम लोग आपको फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड करेंगे। स्ट्रैटेजीज आर आल्सो गोना बी अ पार्ट ऑफ इट, बट नो श्योर शॉट स्ट्रैटेजी विल बी देयर।
देखो, स्ट्रेटेजी का सीन होता है, हर इंसान की खुद की एक स्ट्रेटेजी होती है। महक ने जो बोला काफी सही है कि आप देखो यार, हर किसी का एक विजन होता है, हर किसी की एक कैलिबर होता है, एक कैपेबिलिटी होती है। अब आपका क्या कैलिबर है, आपके क्या प्लस है, क्या आपके माइनस है, वो हम भी डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते। हम जैसे गाइडेंस दिला सकते हैं, और जैसा भी आपको पता चला होगा, हमारे लिए भी अनएक्सपेक्टेड था जो सर संदीप सर ने हमको सरप्राइज दिया कि हमको लबासना से डायरेक्ट हेल्प मिला करेगी, वहां से आईएएस ऑफिसर डायरेक्टली हमको पढ़ाएंगे। तो आई थिंक कि किसी भी कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट से काफी ज्यादा प्रोग्रेसिव पॉइंट पे हम हैं। And next question is from Purva. I am a student of BCom honors. Which subject should I choose as my GE, which would be beneficial for me for this preparation? So, योगेश, आप इसका आंसर देना चाहोगे, मैं दूं?
You can continue. Yeah.
Okay. So पूर्वा, देखो जी में ऐसा सब्जेक्ट डिपेंड करता है तुम्हें किस सब्जेक्ट में हेल्प चाहिए, तुम्हारे स्ट्रॉन्ग क्या है, तुम्हारे वीक्स क्या है। इनफैक्ट एक मैं बहुत नॉर्मल बात बता रहा हूँ, साइंस के स्टूडेंट जो पूरे साल साइंस पढ़ते हैं वो भी यूपीएससी क्लियर करते हैं, वो भी आर्ट्स वाले सब्जेक्ट की तरह। मैं खुद कई लोगों को ऐसे को जानता हूँ जिन्हें बीटेक करी थी, देन उन्होंने 1 साल 1.5 साल का ड्रॉप लिया। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा उन्होंने कोचिंग करी या नहीं करी, एंड उस ड्रॉप में उनने सब्जेक्ट आर्ट्स के ही लिए, उनने बीटेक करी है, साइंस उनको आती है, बट फिर भी वो सब्जेक्ट आर्ट्स के ले रहे हैं। तो वो आई थिंक तुम पर डिपेंड करेगा कि तुम्हें जी में क्या लेना चाहिए, बिकॉज जी में इतना सफिशिएंट तुम नहीं पढ़ोगे कि तुम यूपीएससी क्लियर कर लोगे, वो तुम्हें खुद की तरफ से करना पड़ेगा। बट हाँ, ये है कि अगर तुम कोई लाइट सब्जेक्ट लेती हो या कोई ऐसा सब्जेक्ट जो तुम अपने ऑप्शनल में लेना चाहती हो, तो तुम्हें थोड़ी हेल्प मिल जाएगी, थोड़ी सी हेल्प, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं। एंड फिर वो तो फाइनली आपके लक और पेपर सेटर के माइंड पर डिपेंड करता है हर एंट्रेंस एग्जाम का।
Abhishek Jain is asking, if we join as a learner, will we be able to attend all the personality development seminars, etc.? Abhishek Jain, you will get access to
हाँ,
everything. It is just that कि it's the management part. जो भी if you join as a member of Exordium rather than a volunteer. Sorry, if you join as a volunteer, you will be part of the management. You will be managing all these personal development seminars. You will be approaching to speakers. You will be managing the content. You will be getting all the newspapers done every single morning. You will be researching out for the content that is to be going on social media. तो आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वाली साइड पे हो जाओगे एक्सोडियम के, इफ यू आर एज अ वॉलंटियर. बट इफ यू आर जस्ट एज अ member of the cell, you will get everything. So there is not any exclusive access to all the volunteers. It is just that volunteers will be actively managing everything. So they get to know, they get to learn some things extra. So yeah.
So someone has asked me, what are the probable topics that will be asked in the GD? बेसिकली ऐसा कोई फिक्स टॉपिक्स अभी तक हमने डिसाइड नहीं करें कि क्या जीडी में हम पूछेंगे, बट आई विल से यू कि कुछ करंट अफेयर से रिलेटेड जो लिटरली तुम्हें लग रहा है लॉजिकल हो। मतलब लॉजिकल, अब ऐसे तो कोई, देखो हमेशा एक बात बताता हूँ, एक बहुत बेसिक बात है, मैं नहीं कह रहा खाली इस एग्जाम के लिए, कोई भी कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम हो, आपके पास ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं आने वाला, मतलब बेसिकली नेगेटिव क्वेश्चन नहीं आने वाले। करंट अफेयर में नेगेटिव न्यूज अभी कभी आपके काम की नहीं होती। नेगेटिव न्यूज इज कि यहाँ पे डाका पड़ा, यहाँ पे रॉबरी हुई, यहाँ पे इतने लोग मर गए, ऐसे कोई भी क्वेश्चन ना जीडी में पूछे जाएंगे, बिकॉज एग्जामिनेशन वांट टू सी योर पॉजिटिव साइड, योर पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग, आपकी पॉजिटिव अप्रोच देखने से नेगेटिव अप्रोच नहीं देखनी। सो फॉर दैट रीजन ना जीडी में और ना यहाँ की मतलब एक्सोडियम की जीडी में, और ना ही क्या कहते हैं किसी भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में नेगेटिव चीज कुछ भी नहीं पूछी जाएगी। तो आई विल सजेस्ट यू, जितने भी वो होते हैं ना मसालेदार न्यूज जिन्हें कहते हैं लोग, उन न्यूजों को स्किप करो, वो तुम्हारे काम की नहीं है। आगे अगला क्वेश्चन है, डिफरेंस बीइंग अ मेंबर एंड अ वॉलंटियर एंड बोथ। सो ये योगी, मैं तुम बता दो। तो डिफरेंस
Okay.
क्या है मेंबर वॉलंटियर बोथ होने में?
एज अ मेंबर आप लोग सिर्फ रिसोर्सेज एक्सेस कर सकते हैं एंड आप कुछ प्लानिंग एंड ऑल में नहीं होंगे, बट एज अ वॉलंटियर आप बहुत चीज़ें प्लान कर रहे होंगे हमारे साथ एंड बोथ आप उसके लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, देन आपको दोनों चीज़ें फैसिलिटेट होंगी.
Okay, Swam, I got a question. What if someone wants to be a part as a learner and volunteer, but couldn't clear the other two rounds of being a volunteer? What will be the final decision regarding this student's entry? How much
अगर
time
आप
is
दोनों
needed?
चीजों के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो एज अ वॉलंटियर एंड एज अ मेंबर, अगर तुम्हारा बेसिक फॉर्म जो है लास्ट के 2 राउंड तो जीडी एंड इंटरव्यू हटाओ, अगर तुम्हारा बेसिक राउंड क्लियर हो गया तो आप मेंबर तो फॉर श्योर हो, इफ यू वांट टू बी मेंबर. अब कई लोग हैं, जैसे मैं बताता हूँ, एक्सोडियम का पीआर डिपार्टमेंट टचवुड काफी स्ट्रांग हो गया इन लास्ट 8 मंथ एंड काफी ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस, मतलब ऐसे नहीं कि और सोसाइटीज के हम सेइंग वीक है, बट होता है ना कि इनिशियल पॉइंट के हिसाब से हमें काफी अच्छा वो मिल गया. सो एज अ मेंबर आप अपने पीआर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स बनाना सीखोगे. कई लोग जिनको यूपीएससी में बिल्कुल भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं वो भी आ सकते हैं एज अ वॉलंटियर ओनली फॉर सर्टिफिकेट वाला पर्पस, बिकॉज आई थिंक सर्टिफिकेट सबको ही चाहिए होते हैं. बट आई विल से कि खाली सर्टिफिकेट के लिए मत आना, लिटरली अगर काम करना चाहते हो देन ही आना. एंड नॉट ओनली इन दिस सोसाइटी, इन एनी सोसाइटी, चाहे वो डब्ल्यूडीसी, एनएसएस, मैक, अगर खाली सर्टिफिकेट के लेके आ जाओगे, बट बेसिकली तुम्हें पता हो सर्टिफिकेट की वैल्यू क्यों है, किसी भी सर्टिफिकेट की वैल्यू क्यों है, बिकॉज उस वो सर्टिफिकेट बताता है कि इंसान को ये काम आता है. अगर आप एक फर्जी सर्टिफिकेट, मतलब एक ऐसा सर्टिफिकेट जिसके लिए आप लायक ही नहीं, आपने काम ही नहीं करा, एंड देन यू गो विद दैट सर्टिफिकेट, तो आपको शायद इनिशियल टाइम पे पुश मिल जाएगा, बट थोड़े टाइम बाद आप उसी लेवल पे आ जाओगे जो सर्टिफिकेट के बिना आप होते हैं. तो ये हर सोसाइटी के लिए एकदम होता है ना, हर सोसाइटी पे फिट बैठता है ये चीज. सो आई विल सजेस्ट यू सर्टिफिकेट के लिए किसी भी सोसाइटी में मत जाओ, काम के लिए जाओगे तो बहुत सही है, तुम्हें एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा, एंड एक्सपीरियंस तो काफी मिलेगा इसमें, क्योंकि बहुत सारे अलग अलग वास्ट डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं, क्योंकि सिंगल फोकस चीज नहीं है. नहीं, बस अगला है हिंदी मीडियम के लिए न्यूज़पेपर कौन सा बेस्ट रहेगा. उषा देवी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है. सो मैम, बात न्यूज़पेपर की नहीं होती, बात आती है आपके बेसिकली कौन सा वाला पार्ट होता है, वो मैं बोल रहा हूँ एडिटोरियल पार्ट जो होता है हर न्यूज़पेपर का, उसके ऊपर आती है. सो आई विल से कि न्यूज़पेपर मैं कैसे बोलूँ यार, हिंदी के लिए हर स्टेट में अलग न्यूज़पेपर आ रहा होता है, इसलिए मैं क्लियर नहीं बता पाऊंगा इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर. बट शायद ये क्वेश्चन हम, हाँ, हमारे जो गेस्ट आए थे उनसे, जिनसे मेरे को भी आफ्टर दिस मीटिंग बात करनी, उनसे मैं पूछ लूंगा.
Okay. So Manika is asking that is there any person among you who is both a volunteer and a member, asking so that I can get a suggestion as to should we go for both. Manika, if there are two positions like member and a volunteer, if you are a volunteer, you will get, of course, a certificate of being a volunteer, and if you are a member, you will get a certificate of being a member only. But apart from certificates, if you are a volunteer, you get to everything. You get access to everything that a
No,
member has.
members don't have any certificate.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry.
योगेश, मेंबर्स के लिए आई थिंक कोई भी सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है.
Okay.
खाली
From
वॉलंटियर्स का है.
Okay,
Because
cool.
college will provide only certificate for volunteers.
Okay. Yeah. So as Sim corrected me, only volunteers will be getting the certificates of being a Exordium volunteer, and being a member, you can have access to all the opportunities and all the benefits that Exordium is giving everyone in the Exordium. But yeah, like if you are a volunteer, you are already like above the members because you are already managing and everything, which will be given to the members. So I think directly speaking, if you are a volunteer, you need not to become a member only. Am I right, Shiv?
हाँ.
Cool.
How much time is needed to be devoted? What type of certificate will be provided? Remember, एक second. सोर्सेस सारे सेम होंगे, मतलब आपको जो लोग यूपीएससी, एसएससी, सीडीएस किसी भी एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं उनको सोर्सेस सारे बराबर मिलेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है कि वॉलंटियर को कुछ एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट मिलने वाले हैं इन द मीन ऑफ सोर्सेस. सो उस चीज की टेंशन मत लो, क्योंकि ऐसे कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेट नहीं करने वाला एक्सोडियम किसी के भी साथ कि भाई तुम वॉलंटियर नहीं हो तो तुम्हारे सोर्सेज मिले. सोर्सेज सबको. सेकंड क्वेश्चन है एज अ मेंबर शुड बी एबल, ओके, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट how to become be a part of Exordium, and when you send the form and all detail and where we find all thing, still I not join any society because I'm exploring, and now I think I found, but does not know does not how to join. And can you again explain about the rounds? So इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर मैं तुम देना चाहोगे?
Yeah, sure.
बेसिकली 3 क्वेश्चन एक साथ पूछ लिए हैं.
नहीं, मैं
How
आंसर
to
करती हूँ.
become part of Exordium and when okay.
ओके सो पहले आप हमारे कॉलेज में हो तो सबके सीआरस फॉर्म सर्कुलेट करते हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली आपके क्लास ग्रुप में भी आ ही जाएगा, तो आपको उसमें एनरोल करना है. देन उसमें ऑप्शन होगा टू बी एज अ मेंबर, वॉलंटियर और बोथ, तो आपको जो भी सिलेक्ट करना है आप उसमें से सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. देन इफ यू सिलेक्ट फॉर वॉलंटियर देन और अपकमिंग राउंड्स होंगे जिसमें डिस्कशन, ग्रुप डिस्कशन राउंड होगा, इंटरव्यू राउंड होगा, एंड उनके बेसिस पे आपको सिलेक्शन दिया जाएगा.
Okay.
एम आई मिसिंग
उसका
समथिंग? कुछ और है क्या?
हाँ, नहीं ओके. उषा देवी ने पूछा है वॉलंटियर सर्टिफिकेट यूपीएससी इंटरव्यू में हेल्प करते हैं क्या? बेसिकली आपका हर एक सर्टिफिकेट, मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि फॉर श्योर हेल्प करते हैं, बट वो सर्टिफिकेट बताते हैं कि इस इंसान को ये आता है, मतलब एक बार को, फिर वो आपका इंटरव्यू लेके बाकी सब पता कर ही लेंगे. सो आई विल नॉट से कि फॉर श्योर सर्टिफिकेट हेल्प करते ही हैं, बट डिपेंड करता है आपका कौन सा सर्टिफिकेट है. अब मैं एक बात बताता हूँ. Many of you are freshers. In fact, many of you are in second year also. So आपको काफी सारे ऑप्शंस मिलेंगे. जैसे कई बार होता है आप कॉलेज के बाहर मतलब इवेंट्स होंगे एंड आपको बोलेंगे कि वॉलंटियर कर लो, वॉलंटियर का सर्टिफिकेट, मतलब इवेंट्स वॉलंटियरिंग, जैसे आपको जाके वहाँ पे बस उनकी रजिस्ट्रेशन लिस्ट संभालनी है, इस टाइप का काम है. तो उसके सर्टिफिकेट को ऐसा फायदा नहीं देते, बट अगर आपके सर्टिफिकेट में लिखा है कि आप इस डिपार्टमेंट के पार्ट रहे हो, तो वो चीज आपको किसी भी सोसाइटी का हो वो चीज थोड़ा प्लस पॉइंट दिखाएगी, बिकॉज वो बताएगी कि आपको ये वाला काम आता है. जैसे मैं पीआर टीम का काम हूँ, तो मतलब मेरे को पब्लिक रिलेशन मेंटेन करना आता है, पब्लिक रिलेशन बनाना आता है. तो ऐसे ही हर इंसान का अलग अलग होता है कि आपने क्या काम करा है, उस हिसाब से आपको फायदा मिलेगा. ओके. सजेशन एनी अदर सोसाइटी which we should be join and help for us as if we are UPSC aspirant. सो मैम कोई भी सोसाइटी आपके चॉइस के ऊपर डिपेंड करती है. अगर आप उस सोसाइटी के फंक्शनिंग में बिलीव करते हो और आपको लगता है कि आप वही काम करना चाहते हो, तो आप किसी सोसाइटी को ज्वाइन करो. एंड प्लीज किसी सोसाइटी को यूपीएससी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ज्वाइन मत करो, बिकॉज मैं बताता हूँ. शुभम गुप्ता आए थे हमारे, मेरे को याद है उनका इंटरव्यू मैंने लिया था. ही इज फ्रॉम जयपुर, सो फ्रॉम माय सिटी. सो उनने एक बात बोली थी एंड वो मेरे को बहुत अच्छी लगी थी कि वो खुद डीयू के पास आउट थे, देन उन्होंने फिर डीयू से शायद आई थिंक एमए करी थी. सो नहीं, लॉ करी थी डीयू से. हाँ. तो उन्होंने एक बात कही थी जो मेरे को काफी अच्छी लगी थी कि सोसाइटीज आपके ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट में पार्ट करती हैं, बट एज सच ये नहीं कि आपको उससे इंटरव्यू में बेनिफिट मिलने वाला है. बट इंटरव्यू में बैठने के लिए जो क्वालिटीज चाहिए, जो कॉन्फिडेंस चाहिए, वो चीजें काफी हद तक आपको सोसाइटी दे जाती है. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि एक्सोडियम ही खाली, but any society if you actively participate in that. Then someone asked me, I want to join WDC. I had already filled its form. If I join the Exordium society, will it be okay to join both society or to join single society, also keeping in mind the academic match honors? So ठीक है, जिन लोगों को ये लगता है कि एक टाइम पे एक सोसाइटी करनी चाहिए ज्यादा, तो मैं बता देता हूँ. डिपेंड करता है आप अपने टाइम मैनेजमेंट को कैसे करते हो, क्योंकि मैंने खुद ने काफी सोसाइटीज में पार्ट रहा हूँ, काफी इवेंट्स में पार्ट रहा हूँ. जैसे फर्स्ट ईयर में मैं यूथ कॉन्क्लेव में था, मैं टेडेक्स में था, देन मैं साइंस फेयर में था, सेकंड ईयर में विस्तार में रहा, देन डब्ल्यूडीसी में फर्स्ट ईयर में से था, एनएसएस में मैं सेकंड ईयर में था, ईओसी में मैं एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर था, केमिस्ट्री की जो सोसाइटी हमारी उसमें मैं रहा हूँ फर्स्ट ईयर में. देन आई थिंक मैंने मतलब काफी सोसाइटी एक्सप्लोर करी है. कुछ मैं डायरेक्टली जिनमें मैं था, कुछ मैं अपने दोस्तों की वजह से जाता था. जैसे इस साल में मैं कभी नहीं रहा, बट मेरे काफी दोस्त थे तो उनकी वजह से मैं थोड़ा उनके साथ काम करने जाता, मेरे को अच्छा लगता था. तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट, एंड खुद मैं केमिस्ट्री ऑनर से हूँ, तो ये चीज दिमाग में मत रखो कि यार हम इस डिपार्टमेंट से हैं तो हम मैनेज कर पाएंगे नहीं कर पाएंगे. मैनेजमेंट फुली तुम्हारे ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है, ठीक है. और सोसाइटी में, एक सोसाइटी में होना, 2 सोसाइटी में, मैं कह रहा हूँ अगर तुम मैनेज कर सकते हो तुम 8 सोसाइटी में जाओ, 8 में भी कोई नहीं रुक रहा। बट बात है कि जिस सोसाइटी में आप हो उसमें आपको देखो, आपने अप्लाई करा, हमने आपका इंटरव्यू लिया, एक भरोसा है हर सोसाइटी का आप पे एक भरोसा है कि आप उसके लिए काम करोगे, क्योंकि ये सोसाइटी चलती किससे, कोई स्पेशल बाहर से कोई सैलरी नहीं दे रहे, हम लोग ही इसको चलाते हैं विदाउट, खाली एक सर्टिफिकेट है। एंड आई थिंक एक सर्टिफिकेट इतनी बड़ी चीज नहीं है जिसके लिए हम अपना एक सर्टिफिकेट करेंगे। बट आई थिंक इसकी वो फैमिली वाला पार्ट जो मैंने बताया था मेरे स्पीच में, अगर आपने सुना होगा, नहीं सुना तो मैं बता देता हूँ कि हर एक उसमें आपको एक कॉमन इंटरेस्ट के लोग मिलते हैं, एंड वो कॉमन इंटरेस्ट आपको एक फैमिली वाली फीलिंग दे देता है। तो आई विल सजेस्ट यू सोसाइटीज को इसलिए मत ज्वाइन करो क्योंकि आपको लगता है कि उसके सर्टिफिकेट आपके काम आएंगे, सोसाइटीज को इसलिए ज्वाइन करो जिससे आपको एक नई आपके कॉमन इंटरेस्ट वाली फैमिली मिले। देन एक क्वेश्चन और एक और है, शुड आई रजिस्टर अगेन टू बी पार्ट ऑफ अ स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप ऑफ स्टूडेंट प्रिपरेशन फॉर सर्टेन एग्जाम्स। सुषमा ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, आई एम ऑलरेडी पार्ट ऑफ एक्सोडियम एज अ मेंबर, ओके सो शुड आई, देखो अगर आप रजिस्ट्रेशन करते हो तो आप वॉलंटियर के लिए वापस कर सकते हो, ऐसा कोई वो नहीं है कि जो मेंबर है वॉलंटियर के लिए नहीं कर सकते, तो यू कैन डू इट फॉर सेम। बट ऐसा नहीं कि देखो हम ट्राई करेंगे जो आपने ग्रुप भरा है, जो भी टीम भरी है वो आपको प्रोवाइड कराने की, बट नॉट फॉर श्योर उस टाइम आपसे पूछा जाएगा अगर आपको दूसरे ग्रुप में डाला जाता है तो आपसे बात करके ही किया जाएगा। Manika Khandelwal, if I become a part of dance society, will I be able to contribute equally to Exordium as a volunteer? इसका आंसर महक और योगेश में से कोई देना चाहेगा, मैं ही दूं? Just asking guys.
I can't see the question.
मैं बता देता हूँ. If I become a part of dance society, will I be able to contribute equally to Exordium as a volunteer?
मैं दूं आंसर?
Sure.
ओके सो
हाँ, दे सकते
बेसिकली
हैं।
अभी जैसे शिवम ने बोला इट्स ऑल अबाउट टाइम मैनेजमेंट, अगर आप अपनी स्टडीज एंड दूसरी डांस सोसाइटी के साथ मैनेज कर सकते हैं देन ऑफ कोर्स आप इक्वली पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं हमारे साथ, हमें इक्वली कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं।
Cool. Related to this question, I have one question which I think हमने miss कर दिया है. Tisha Gupta as well as Manika Khandelwal have something same question. Basically, they want to ask कि अगर हम join करते हैं Exodium, I want Shivam to answer this. If we join Exodium, how much effort is gonna take? How much hectic it will be? In numbers, how much time it will take per hour? Oh, sorry, per week or per month?
यार ये काफी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन है बिकॉज वी आर ऑल्सो नॉट श्योर अबाउट दिस। अभी तक हम इनिशियल मूवमेंट देखो, अब काफी हद तक स्टेबिलिटी आ चुकी है सोसाइटी में, एंड आई विल नॉट से कि बहुत ज्यादा, अगर तुम पर मंथ बोल रहे हो, आई एम गिविंग अप्रोक्सीमेट डाटा, मे बी कुछ, क्योंकि कभी इवेंट होता है तो थोड़ा ज्यादा हो जाता है और कभी इवेंट नहीं होता तो काफी कम भी हो जाता है। जैसे एग्जाम्स के फाइनल अपने सेमेस्टर एग्जाम्स होते हैं या इंटरनल्स के टाइम पे हर सोसाइटी अपना फंक्शनिंग थोड़ा कम कर देती है जिससे स्टूडेंट्स की रिजल्ट डिस्टर्ब ना हो, रिजल्ट इफेक्ट ना हो। बट कभी कभी अब सपोज करो कि इन एनी इवेंट हमारा कोई इवेंट सडनली ऐसा आ गया जिसमें काफी अच्छा कोई गेस्ट आ रहा है तो थोड़ा सा आई थिंक कभी हो सकता है, नहीं तो फॉर अप्रॉक्स में कैसे बोलूं यार, थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन है क्योंकि पर इसमें एवरेज कुछ भी नहीं चलता। मैं बताता हूँ, इट इज डिपेंडेंट कि आप किस टीम में, पहली बात, एंड सेकंड थिंग कि अब जैसे लॉकडाउन टाइम है, लॉजिस्टिक टीम का बहुत कम काम है एंड मीडिया मार्केटिंग का काम ज्यादा है। जब लॉकडाउन खत्म होगा एंड जब कॉलेज में सेमिनार्स अटेंड मैनेज होंगे, इवेंट्स अरेंज होंगे, तो उस टाइम लॉजिस्टिक का काम बढ़ जाएगा, मीडिया मार्केटिंग का शायद थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा। तो ऐसे काम चलते हैं, पीआर का काम इवेंट से पहले होता है और इवेंट के टाइम वो फ्री। बाकी मीडिया मार्केटिंग का काम तो आई थिंक हर टाइम ही चलता है क्योंकि वो देखो वो एकदम ही रियल होता है ना कि हमारा फेस है। बट हाँ, टीम भी हम लोग उस हिसाब से बनाई है सारी, ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग इक्वल वॉलंटियर सब में डालें, टीम उस हिसाब से होगी जिस हिसाब से आप टाइम मैनेज कर सको। हमको पता है कि किस टीम पे वर्कलोड ज्यादा होने वाला है, तो इन दैट मैनर हमने उसी टीम में ज्यादा वॉलंटियर्स रख दिए जिससे ज्यादा वर्कलोड ना बढ़े। टाइम मेंबर और एज अ वॉलंटियर मेंबर, तो देखो मेंबर्स को तो हम फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, अब आपको कितना टाइम देना है वो हम नहीं बता सकते। एंड मैं बोलूं एक वॉलंटियर का नाम एट मैक्स बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब जितना मैंने फील करा अब तक एक्सपीरियंस करा है, 2 घंटे एक दिन में, हद से ज्यादा, वो भी मतलब होता है ना, वो भी कभी कभी ऐसा होगा कि पर्टिकुलर एक वीक जिसमें तुम्हें 2 घंटे शायद देने पड़ रहे होंगे, नहीं तो आधा पौन घंटे का काम भी नहीं होता डेली वाला, अगर आप रेगुलरली अपना काम करो। अगर आप एवरेजली उसको डिवाइड कर दोगे तो आई थिंक एक दिन में 1 घंटा।
Agreed. Like I myself am a volunteer and मेरे हिसाब से although workload is seasonal, मतलब अगर कोई event है तो उससे एक दो दिन पहले of course काम ज़्यादा होगा, but on an average if I say it will not take more than 10 hours, like maximum 10 hours per week.
कंटेंट किस कोचिंग से रिलेटेड होगा? तो उषा, आई वुड लाइक टू आंसर कि कंटेंट कोई सेलेक्टेड कोचिंग से रिलेटेड नहीं होगा। कंटेंट अलग अलग सोर्स से होगा, वो भी जो हमको सही लगेगा। इनफैक्ट हमारी कंटेंट सिलेक्शन टीम है, उसका काम पता है क्या है? सबसे ज्यादा मतलब सबसे मेन काम है, एंड मेरे को शायद सबसे अच्छा काम भी उसका ही लगता है, क्योंकि वो जो खुद पढ़ रहे हैं, जो खुद के नोट्स बना रहे हैं, वही नोट्स उनको थोड़ा फॉर्मल मैनर में औरों को भी देने होते हैं। तो कई बार तो हम खुद के कई टॉपिक्स पे तो हम खुद का कंटेंट जनरेट कर रहे हैं। इंस्टाग्राम पे जाओगे, आपको जो कंटेंट मिलेगा वो सारा खुद का जनरेट करा हुआ है, ठीक है। एंड हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश मीडियम का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप, देखो हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश मीडियम का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप अलग अलग नहीं बन पाएगा, डिपेंड करता है हमारे पास वॉलंटियर्स कैसे हैं, क्योंकि वी विल ट्राई रिसोर्सेज एट मैक्स जनरेट करने का, एट मैक्स बनाने का, बट इतना भी हम मतलब, क्योंकि खुद हम भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तुम भी स्टूडेंट्स हो, तुम भी पार्ट मेंबर बनते हो, तो तुम ही सोच के देख लो कि यार डिपेंड करेगा कि मेंबर्स वॉलंटियर्स कितने होते हैं, उस हिसाब से डिपेंड करेगा कितने मेंबर्स आ रहे हैं, कितने वॉलंटियर्स हैं, फिर उस हिसाब से वी विल ट्राई कि हाँ मटेरियल को उस हिसाब से डिवाइड करने का। Then we are already selected as a member. Yes, someone has asked me if we want to be a volunteer and we are rejected in GD, then we are already selected as a member. तो इसका आंसर महक तुम दे दो।
यस ऑफ कोर्स, अगर आप वॉलंटियर वाले राउंड में अगर नहीं कर पाते हो देन आप मेंबर हमारे ऑफ कोर्स रहोगे।
बट सीरियसली एक बात, अगर मेंबर वाले ग्रुप में आ रहे हो तो प्लीज थोड़ा सीरियस होके करना, मतलब उम्मीदें यार, एक्सपेक्टेशंस होने मत तोड़ना। अब आई थिंक कि हम 3 क्वेश्चन पुट करने वाले हैं, देन फिर आप क्या कहते हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे मैसेज कर लेना, वहां से आपको रिप्लाई मिल जाएगा, या आपको फॉर्म के साथ साथ काफी सारे कुछ नंबर्स मिलेंगे, तो आप उन पे भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो। डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट गाइस। अगर आपको और कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ लो, नहीं तो फिर आई थिंक कि हमको वाइंड अप कर देना चाहिए।
Before ending, I would say, guys, make sure you follow exordium.svc on Instagram, ताकि whatever we are doing you get to know, अगर कुछ recruitment forms आ रहे हैं, कुछ भी हो रहा है।
हाँ, अगर आई एम नॉट सेइंग गाइस, आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि तुम फॉलो करो ना करो, बट कंटिन्यू चेक करते रहना, फिर पता चले कि तुमसे डेडलाइन मिस हो रही है, देन यू आर कॉलिंग अस कि भैया ये रह गया या ये हो गया। तो आई विल सजेस्ट यू फॉलो करना ना, हमारी तरफ से फॉलो करने से क्या है, तुमको कंटिन्यू नोटिफिकेशन आते रहेंगे। बट अब कई लोग होता है जिनको अपने फॉलोअर एंड फॉलोइंग का बहुत ज्यादा वो टेंशन होता है, तो उनको मैं कहूँगा कि हाँ कंटिन्यू चेक करते रहना। ओके, सो अब उसके बाद आई विल इनवाइट रितिका फॉर वोट ऑफ थैंक्स। सो रितिका, यू कैन कम एंड प्लीज continue.
Yes, thank you, Shiva. So I would now like to take a moment and thank all of you for your rapt patience and attention with which you all attended this session. I'm sure you guys learned a lot about Exordium and could get your doubts cleared. In case if you still have any doubts, please feel free reaching out to us through our Instagram page or by the numbers that will be given to you. So with warm wishes and warm regards, we end this session. Thank you so much for joining us and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.